Hello, everyone. Today we're the Powerbomb Project doing a short video on 5 people that could potentially dethrone MJF as the AEW World Champion. I am one of your hosts, Daniel, joined by my other two hosts.
It's Berman.
Chris.
So we're going to be diving into the first person. But before we do that, Chris, you sounded hella depressed. Are you okay?
No.
All right, we all got our. Now let's move on. First person, Darby Allin. Why? Well, he's the current TNT champion. And he fought MJF once before in AEW, but he only lost because MJF cheated. Darby has a claim to a rematch to MJF, and now that he's holding the AEW title, there's more reason. Considering the TNT title has taken a back seat to the All Atlantic Championship, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't be surprised to see AEW try to combine the AEW and TNT championships or do some kind of double champion, whether it's MJF or the current TNT champion, Darby Allin. So, yeah, I could see that going either way.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I think Darby Allin deserves that title with all the hell he has gone through with cock matches and stuff. I feel like it's just him deserving that title. And I just feel like it's more believable too because he has fought him before, almost went and almost defeated him, but cheated. But NJF cheated. So he's really he has a humongous claim to defeat for that rematch. And I love him as TNT, and I would love to see him either become a double champ. I think it'd be fun to see him as a second double champ in the second or third double champ in AEW. So it'd be fun to watch and see that. So that's all I think Darby Allin deserves to be the one to throne MJF.
Now, we move on to the second person, Hangman Adam Page. So, if we look at his arc in AEW as a character, he overcame a lot to become the AEW champion in 2021. And you could easily say he has an emotional attachment to the belt. And ever since he lost to CM Punk, he kind of started to become a little directionless, I guess you could say. He lost in the Trios Championship Tournament finals to the Elite, his former friends and current rivals. And he even upset his friends. So there's friction between the Dark Order and Adam Page since then. So back in October, in a very emotional promo against Jon Moxley as the AEW champion, he admitted to being angry, depressed, and upset all the time. And the one thing he can really think about is the AEW championship, because that championship is the only thing that makes him happy. So, considering MJF is someone that Adam Page teased a rivalry with at the very first show in AEW history, Double or Nothing 2019, when they were the final two in a battle royal that Adam Page ultimately won. Maybe he could go after MJF again and potentially take his title. And considering he's returned, and it seems like his head is more focused, he just beat Jon Moxley, someone he got knocked out by back in October. I kind of can see the idea of Adam Page getting a redemption arc. I think for his story, that would make a lot of sense. And that's really all I could leave it at.
Yeah, and if anything, Adam Page, this would be like a great step up. So if he doesn't manage to beat Jon Moxley in the upcoming match when it gets announced, at least he can go after MJF and it gives him more believability just for the fact that since Adam Page has kind of he lost his, supposed concussion, and then the whole story of him just kind of redeeming himself, and it's just a good look for him. So it's a good matchup with MJF and Adam Page. Not much else I can say.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's perfectly fine. Next one is the next person who can dethrone MJF, and that's Adam Cole. He just returned as a face, and right now everyone is loving him. I just feel like this can push him to become the big baby face or the big face of AEW because he with his emotional promo he did on a Dynamite last week. It was brutal. It was emotional to see him like this. It just shows that he deserves to be this champion. I think it would everyone would love to see him defeat MJF and become a champion at the same time. So I think that's what AEW is probably thinking is make a good babyface, and Adam Cole is a perfect one.
Yeah, and then if anything, it's a good push for Adam Cole too, because if anyone's going to give him the legitimacy of becoming a babyface besides the promo work, him beating MJF would definitely do that. Just because Adam Cole was a bad guy at first, but then again after his whole group disbanded, and Bobby Fish leaving, and this whole team just coming apart, it'd be a good stepping stone for Adam Cole if it could be MJF. So yeah.
All right, person number 4, CM Punk. Some of you love him, some of you hate him, but there's one thing that's undeniable. MJF and Punk brought out the best of each other, and they have a history that is unfinished. It wouldn't be surprising to see Punk versus MJF 3, considering the score has been yet to settle, or yet to be settled. Sorry, English. Anyways, we all know Punk, business-wise, is the biggest star in the entirety of AEW. That's just undeniable from a franchise perspective, a merchandise perspective, all those things. So CM Punk is obviously one of the 5 people we would have to consider for potentially returning and taking down the MJF. However, I think Punk will return as a heel and go after the Elite. But who knows? We could keep him babyface, have him go after MJF. Who knows?
Yeah, I think to me, one thing I think it would be cool to see him. I think he could definitely dethrone, but I think the idea maybe is going to happen is that he's going to challenge MJF. MJF is going to win by cheating. He's going to take a week, and when he comes back, he's going to turn heel and pretty much say, "Well, fuck the fans. I'm going to do what I want, and that's make money and beat people up and cheat how much I want with my friends, the FTR, probably with FTR against the Elite, probably. He doesn't care for the fans, he just cares about making green or making money. That's how I feel like, but I think it'll be fun. It'll be interesting if he could dethrone MJF. But my theory is that about heel stuff. So now we head off to the next character, the next person who could dethrone MJF, and that is Jungle Boy. Why? Because he was a very old rival for MJF in 2020. MJF beat him by cheating, so but he has improved a lot since then. Now he's not Jungle Boy anymore. He is more Jungle Boy Jack Perry. So I think he's one of the big rising stars right now. So I think he could definitely become champion and have a good fight against MJF and have a good contendership against to be one of those who can dethrone MJF.
Yeah, and then also too, he's been getting a big push lately after his feud with Christian Cage and then Luchasaurus too. Another great stepping stone for Jungle Boy, and it'll legitimize him even further since they're trying to go away from the name and using his real name, as you guys seen like Jack or whatever. And overall, it'd be a great opponent. If anything, Jungle Boy is a great athletic dude, and then a match between these two would just be legendary. And then they did have a little rival in your notes, Danny, from the you listed onto this video. So if anything, they'll continue the rivalry. I believe it, and it'll just make a good pair. So he could dethrone MJF if it entails, though. We got to see.
Yep, and as our 5 wrestlers that could potentially dethrone MJF. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. That would support us. I've been Daniel.
I've been Berman.
Chris.
Take it easy, people.